Tons of people think that it's impossible to be free to play and still have top tier cards and top tier pool of cards. So in this video I'm going to show you that it is in fact possible, and you can be free to play and still have amazing pool of cards and still have top tier decks and still have tons of generic cards that you can put in every deck basically. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing so you're helping me out and you're helping yourself out, because you will see my content more easily. So without wasting any more time, let's hop in. So let's first start with the current top tier decks, just to show you that I do have them. I also do enjoy playing rogue decks, but the point is that you can build decks with just being free to play and just going into boxes with your gems. Just to disclaim, I'm not completely free to play, as I do buy that $1 UR sale when it happens, and I bought two structure decks for onomats, and that's it. But besides that, I'm completely free to play. I don't pay money at all. So first of all, my best deck probably is Thunder Dragons. I've got two Hawk from that great box. You should probably get, I mean, you should have probably got into it because you have Invoker there and Necro Valley as well. So yeah, Thunder Dragons are very great with Levianeer. I also have a Levianeer. I have triple Levianeer. From the other top tier decks, I also have Shiranui. I also have Onomats. I also have actually water. Yeah, I have triple infantry, I have the marksman, and I have Diva. So yeah, I have a water deck. I might even go into the Resonators box, because I actually want to build gadgets when they come out, because when the gold and silver gadget come out, because it's a fun deck and I do enjoy playing rogue decks. It might not be the best strategy and the optimal box to go in for me, but yeah, sometimes you just have to say fuck it and go into a box just because you like it. And you can even afford that by being free to play. But the point is that you can build top tier decks and you can have a great pool of cards, but you just have to grind much more. You need to level up characters and you need to go through events, and yeah, basically you can have tons of gems from that. I also have great rogue decks that I actually play a lot and that actually win me games even against the top tier decks. Like, I have TGs, which are very great, as you can see probably on my channel. I do have a video about them. Also, Satellar Knights are great in my opinion. Also, it's incredible how Magician Girls are underrated with Invoker, especially now that the meta has fire, has some fire, like Resonators have fire materials in their graveyard and dark, so you can banish their dark and fire stuff from the cards from their graveyard. And yeah, it's a great deck in my opinion. The problem with with Magician Invoker is that it's not very consistent. Like, the best decks right now, as you can see on the tier lists, are on the tier list is Resonators, or Water, Harpies, Onomats. Those decks have consistency skills. okay, maybe not harpies, but they are very consistent, and that's why they are the top tier deck. Also, just to show you my generic cards, generic spells and traps. Like you can see, I have tons of good, I mean, great spells and traps that you can put in any deck, and yeah, it will be great. So you can have a great pool of generic cards as well as specific top tier decks. You can't, of course, you can't have all the cards. You can't have all the top tier decks, but you can. You'll be surprised how much you can actually have. Like, see for yourself. There are tons of generic cards that I have, and I have them enough. I don't need. I mean, I can go into some generic stuff as well, but I do it over time. Over time, you can build great great pool of generic cards. And also as well, like I said, you can have great pool of tiered decks. So yeah, don't get discouraged by not being not having money. That can stop you. Of course, it can stop you from playing the game, but don't let it stop you, because with auto dueling and just playing events, I mean, you can get tons of gems and you can build not so easily and not so fast, but over time you can have great decks and great generic cards as well. So hopefully I inspired you a bit, and I showed you the possibilities, and I showed you how big a pool of cards you can have if you are doing it strategically, and if you actually know how to grind out the gems, and if you know how to strategically buy cards and or strategically go into boxes. And I will talk a lot more about how to grind gems and how in which boxes to go in. And that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and write me down below your thoughts, and also write me down below which videos do you want me to make. That's it for this one. See you in the next one. Bye.